You guys, Taylor Swift has finally been able to purchase her masters, which she now owns, and she's also given us an update on Reputation, Taylor's version.
Let's read through Taylor Swift's new letter together that's gone up on her Tumblr and her website. Hi.
At least she's self-aware. I know. What about Rep TV? Full transparency, I haven't even recorded a quarter of it. What do you mean? Swifties have been clowning for so long, thinking this was ready to come out.
Well, isn't this just amazing? Taylor has officially won. Check out this great news about Taylor winning her masters back in this video.
You guys, Taylor Swift has finally been able to purchase her masters, which she now owns, and she's also given us an update on Reputation, Taylor's version. With a set of photos, she shared the news on Instagram saying, "You belong with me, letter on my site, and Tay, I love you, but this writing is so freaking small." She started off by saying she was trying to gather her thoughts into something coherent and that this was news she's been dying to share for a really long time. She's clearly very emotional, as you could imagine, saying, "All the music I've ever made now belongs to me." She clarified that that basically means her entire life's work she now gets to own, and to say that this is my greatest dream come true is actually being pretty reserved about it. She went on to talk about how much her fans know how much this meant to her and how she re-recorded her 4 albums, calling them Taylor's version, and thanked everyone for the success of those albums and the success of the Eras tour, which is why she was able to buy back her masters. She just wanted the opportunity to buy her music with no strings attached and full autonomy, as you would expect. She said she was forever grateful for Shamrock Capital for being the first people to ever offer this to her, and basically how much of a dream it was working with them on this deal and them allowing to make it happen on her terms. She joked that her first tattoo might be a huge shamrock in the middle of her forehead, And she gave us an update on Rep TV, basically saying, I know, what about Rep TV? Full transparency, I haven't even re-recorded a quarter of it, which I absolutely was gobsmacked because, we've been clowning about this for so long, thinking an announcement is around the corner, literally for over a year. She talked about how the album was so specific to that time in her life and kept hitting a stopping point when she tried to remake it. She also said, to be perfectly honest, it's the one album in the first 6 that I thought couldn't be improved upon by redoing it, particularly because of where she was at that time in her life, the defiance, longing to be understood and feeling purposely misunderstood, and obviously that's just not where she is right now. So she basically kept putting it off, and she did say there will be a time, if you're into the idea obviously, for the unreleased vault tracks from that album to hatch, which would be incredible. And she did share that she's already completed re-recording her entire debut album and she really loves how it sounds now. She went on to say that those 2 albums can still have their moments to re-emerge when the time is right, so she hasn't fully said, no, I'm never going to remake Rep TV. She talked about being hardened by the conversations this saga has reignited in her industry. She signed off saying, thanks to you and your goodwill, teamwork and encouragement, the best things that have ever been mine finally actually are. Elated and amazed, Taylor. Congratulations, Taylor Swift. This has been a long time coming and so thrilled it's actually happened.
Let's read through Taylor Swift's new letter together that's gone up on her Tumblr and her website. Hi. I'm trying to gather my thoughts into something current, but right now my mind is just a slideshow. A flashback sequence of all the times I daydreamed about, wished for, and pined away for a chance to get to tell you all of this news. All the times I was this close, reaching out for it, only for it to fall through. I almost stopped thinking it could ever happen. After 20 years of having the carrot dangled and yanked away, but all of that's in the past now. I've been bursting with tears of joy at random intervals ever since I found out that this is really happening. I get to say these words. All of the music I've ever made now belongs to me. And all of the music videos, all the concert films, the album art and photography, the unreleased songs, the memories, the magic, the madness, every single era, my life's work. To say that this is my greatest dream come true is actually being pretty reserved about it. To my fans, you know how important this has been to me, so much so that I meticulously re-recorded and released 4 of my albums, calling them Taylor's version. The passion, support you've shown these albums and the success that you've turned the Eras tour into is why I've been able to buy them back. my music back, sorry. I can't thank you enough for helping to unite me with this art that I dedicated my whole life to, but I've never been able to own until now. All I've ever wanted was the opportunity to work hard enough to be able to one day purchase my music outright, with no strings attached, no partnerships, with full autonomy. I will forever be grateful to everyone at Shamrock Capital for being the first people to ever offer this to me. The way they've handled every interaction we've had has been honest, fair, and respectful. This was a business deal to them, but I really felt like they saw it for what it was to me. My memories, my sweat, my handwriting, and my decades of dreams. I'm endlessly thankful. My first tattoo might just be of a huge shamrock in the middle of my forehead. I know. What about Rep TV? Full transparency, I haven't even re-recorded a quarter of it. The Reputation album was a specific time in my life, and I kept hitting a stopping point when I tried to remake it. All that defiance, that longing to be understood while purposely feeling misunderstood. That desperate hope, that shame-born snarl, I don't know what this word is, snarl and mischief. To be perfectly honest, it's the one album in these first six albums that I thought couldn't be approved upon remaking it. Not the music, or the photos, or videos. So I kept putting it off. There will be a time in my life, if you're into the idea, for the unreleased vault tracks from that album to watch. I've already completely re-recorded my entire debut album, and I really love how it sounds. These two albums can still have their moment to re-emerge when the time is right, if that would be something you would be excited about. But if it happens, it won't be from a place of sadness and longing for what I wish could have been. It will be from a place of celebration now. I'm extremely heartened by the conversations this saga has reignited within the industry amongst artists and fans. Every time a new artist tells me they've negotiated their master recordings into their new recording contracts because of this fight, I'm reminded of how important it was for all of this to happen. Thank you for being curious about something that used to be thought of as wholly industry-centered for broad discussion. You'll never know how much it means to me that you cared. Every single bit of it counted and ended us up here. Thank you to you for your goodwill, teamwork, and encouragement. The best things that have ever been mine finally actually are. Elated and amazed, Taylor. That was beautiful. I think I deserve an award for reading that tiny font. I don't know why I need glasses, but I do. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, debut album is like my thing. Like, that's the one thing I want. So I hope one day we will get debut. But I love this for Taylor, and congratulations.
Reputation Taylor's version is cancelled. Taylor released this rather lengthy, juicy letter about owning all of her masters. At least she's self-aware. I know. What about Rep TV? Full transparency, I haven't even recorded a quarter of it. What do you mean? Swifties have been clowning for so long thinking this was ready to come out. But she's also teasing her 12th album, giving us an Easter egg with a very long spelling of this, featuring 12 eyes. Also, could this be the logo for her new album? Going back to Reputation, Taylor explained that she kept hitting a stopping point when trying to re-record Reputation. Reputation reflects a time in Taylor's life that was pretty intense, so I'm not surprised that she was putting off re-recording this album. She also mentions that Reputation was the one album out of her 6 original that could not be improved upon by redoing. I hate to say it, but it's kind of funny that Taylor getting all of her masters back is such a happy and proud moment for fans and also for her, but also fans are like, where's Reputation TV, including myself. To me, this gives a lot of clarity as to why we maybe got Tortured Poets Department at the Grammys when we all thought she was about to announce Reputation. She wasn't ready for it yet. She didn't even have it recorded. Now, in the letter, she also mentions how Debut is fully re-recorded and ready for release if that's something we would want. Of course we want it. But to be honest, I kind of think we're gonna get TS12, her new album, before we get any of the re-records.
Listen, I'm in the supermarket right now. I'm about to cook up some burgers. Gotta get chips. But this Taylor Swift announcement, I couldn't wait. I don't like to be that guy making, but T Swift all the Swifties, what a day. She gets back all her records, labels, videos, you name it. Finally, the Swifties can sleep at night. And listen, nobody knows how that feels more than me. I sold everything that I did, all my Barstool, all of it. I didn't own any of it. I didn't own any of it. Now, granted, I made $650 million, but then I bought it back for $1. And let me tell you this, from one Swiftie to another, there is no better moment than owning your own life's work. I don't want to scream. There's somebody behind me that's probably looking at me like this guy's fucking crazy, so I'm just trying to keep it moving. But congratulations to Taylor Swift, all the Swifties. Just a crazy great day. I'm doing laps here. I'm so excited. And the other thing about it is genius by Taylor, because if she didn't re-record it, if she didn't put the pressure, like all her old stuff, if she's going to do Taylor's version, it's useless. So she forced the hand. Brilliant businesswoman. Congrats, T Swift. Like I said, I know how it feels to get everything back. Mine cost 99 cents. I'm sure hers cost a lot. But finally, we can sleep. Great day to be a Swiftie. Congrats, Taylor. Live from Publix.
Wow, what a day, what a day. Talk about amazing news to wake up to. Taylor has officially won the long-fought battle representing the masters to her music, and I couldn't be more happier. And yes, she also talked about the future of rap and debut, and we'll just have to wait on those. But to continue the momentum of Tay happiness, check out these moments of Taylor being unintentionally funny in the next video.